Good morning, sweetheart. Mr. Oakley. They're just hanging around, but we're gonna get to work on the side deck demo, day 2. Yesterday we tore it all apart, found some rotted wood here, so we had to bust away all the old brick to the top step. And today we're gonna work on getting it all cut out of there and prepped up for building, poking around with the crowbar, getting all the loose wood out of there, seeing what we're dealing with. I don't see any termites, so that's a good thing. And all the wood is pretty dry. So I think this was a water issue just from years and years of water getting built up behind those bricks, sitting right against the cinder blocks there. Before we replaced these doors, there was a leakage issue right at the edge of the roof here, which was built before we got the house, and it was built right against the siding, and they didn't use any flashing or really seal it really well. So we went up there, put some flashing and sealed it and replaced the doors, which stopped all the water from coming down the siding on this side of the house, but it looks like the damage was already done. We're gonna cut out all the bad wood. I can see some good wood here and then down the rest of the house. So we'll cut a section out, see what we're dealing with there. And then we got a little more rot going on here by the fireplace I gotta take a look at. Pulled the Sawzall out and cut a section away. Thankfully the top of the cinder blocks seem to be pretty smooth, and we'll just go at it, cut as much as we need out of here till we get to some fresh wood, and try not to hit any of these nails. Cut out a pretty good sized chunk of all the most rotted pieces. This is what it looked like from the backside underneath the house. It almost rotted all the way through, but this is why we never really saw it, because even if you're underneath the house, you can't see the rot. And the staircase was covering it from out here, and the deck being on top wasn't any benefit to that. After a little more cutting, got to some decent wood here. Looks like we got 2 separate 2x16s just nailed together here. So we'll cut both of them out. While we got a second, we're gonna go ahead and get the sheep called over, crack the gates, let them out to free range. We'll keep an eye on them as we work on the deck. It might rain a little later, so let's get as much done as we can. And they're off. We'll keep an eye on these guys. Clean the area up a bit. Got most of the old rotted wood knocked away. Now that we're getting into some stronger wood, I grabbed a fresh blade. We're gonna get it installed, start making some better cuts, see how we're gonna close everything up. Already out here causing trouble. Let's get him pushed back. Peeled the siding back. Got some good wood exposed on this side. This was one of the last cuts here. You can see this was on the outside there, and this was behind it. So just starting to get to it. As we were getting on a roll, I had to unplug the extension cord and get all the tools underneath the roof. It's starting to rain out here, and the sheep are out there close by the road, so let's get them ran back. Woo-wee, man. Had to get some extra safety gear. This shit got dusty quick, but we're cutting down some straight edges here. I'm gonna cut a little bit more off the top, and then I gotta straighten that one out, but that'll pretty much expose all the live wood once we cut a little bit more off here. And we can start seeing what we're gonna do to patch it. I'm really not sure if I'm gonna use wood, which I might, or I might use some cinder block, but that's a whole other mess. The reason I didn't want to cut all of it is because, number one, it's not rotted, and then we have a subfloor and then our hardwood floor above that and the door right there. So that would be a whole other mess. And since it's not all rotted, we can use that to our advantage and just get this section repaired. Figured out how I'm gonna close this hole up. I got two 2x6s here cut out. And we're gonna screw them together, and then underneath we're gonna run another 2x6 to fill in the rest of the gap and just cut out as needed. That way it'll be a nice snug fit. Two 2x6s cut out and screwed together. Fits in there nice. Now I gotta see how much I need to cut off the top. I think here it fits great, and then here we gotta cut some off. That way we can slide another 2x6 or 2x4 underneath there and close the gap up, and it'll butt up against this and help support. And then at the very end, we'll run a whole 2x6 across the whole backside when we start getting ready to build the deck. Step by step, got this rig built. These 2x6s screw together. And then I didn't have any treated 2x4 on hand, so I just used 2x6 here across the bottom. Got it all screwed in. Nice, strong, sturdy, heavy piece. It's gonna go up underneath here. Measuring out how much we need to cut, 7 inches on the dot.
So it's just a bit.
After some back and forth, we got the hole cut out perfectly. I didn't slide the piece all the way in there because I won't be able to get it out, but I want to get everything cleaned up real good. And then we'll fit it in there, hit it with the hammer a few times. It'll fit nice and snug, and we'll start screwing everything in place.